welcome to the Call-Up. I'm your host, April Marine. Well, the Rip City Remix is the newest addition to the NBA G League, and leading that team is former Kentucky Wildcat Ashton Hagans, who was just voted a #1 to participate in this year's 2023 Next Up game during All-Star Weekend. Ashton, you have a hashtag on your bio on Instagram, and it says, up to something. What does that represent for you?
It's just always been something that's been with me. Me and my guy that was my film guy, his name is Kurt, back at home. He just came to me one day and just was like, up to something should be like something you stand on or like go by. And I was just like that's catchy. And then it can always, like, you can always use that phrase anywhere, like, but it's just like, just stay to the course, stay to the grind, and just know that I'm worth something in this world, so I'm gonna just continue standing on that.
I love it. Very, very on brand with you. And this is actually the first season that the Rip City Remix is making their debut in the G League. How does that kind of motivate you to want to not only put yourself, but this team at the forefront?
Just a great opportunity. You know, it's always, with the guys that's in this organization, it's my teammates and the coaching staff, it's just like, why not come in here and give it your all the first G League year? Just go out there, show Rip City some love, and the fans out there is amazing. Portland, we practice there, so that's even better too. So just for it to be their first year in the G, just go out there, give it our all, show everybody that it's all love, and just we out here, we're trying to win.
And you're currently in second place in the league for assists made per game. And not only that, but you're tied for second place for the most assists made in a single game in G history, with 22 assists that you had last year. How did that come to be about? Is that something that you developed over time, or did that skill set of just being able to find open teammates and open opportunities come naturally for you?
I feel like that's a natural part of my game. Honestly, like, just the way I play, I'm more of like a get guys involved type guard. So I like playing downhill, playing in the lane, using my body a lot, and creating for others. So like, just getting assists, I would say that's just come along. Like, it's just something that's flow of the game. If I got the basket, I try to go get an easy point. But if not, I like getting my guys open. Them knocking down the shot and me turning up after that is more important, I feel like, and it just bring more energy.
So it's like your superpower.
Yeah. Cool. That's my go-to. I like getting everybody involved.
I love it. And you are a former Kentucky Wildcat, so you don't have to ask you this question. Give me your all-time Kentucky starting five.
All-time Kentucky starting five.
Let's go.
Without me in it?
I'll include you. Okay. I mean, it is your starting five, so you get to pick.
Okay.
Are you starting, or are you coming off the bench?
I'm starting.
Oh, okay.
All right, so it's me at the 1.
Okay.
John Wall at the 2.
Okay.
Tyler Hero at the 3. At the 4, who could we go at the 4? I'm gonna go Boogie at the 4, AD at the 5.
I love it. Very confident with that. You had to think about it a little bit.
Had to.
But it came afterwards.
Back.
Now, congratulations are in order for you, because just this week it was announced that you took the #1 spot in the NBA G League Next Up games during All-Star Weekend. Knowing that nomination is solely based on fan votes, how does that kind of magnify the excitement of knowing that people are actually recognizing your game?
I would just say, like, how you carry yourself for real. Make sure you show love to all the people that's supporting you. And that's my main thing too, besides my family. Just show love to my family, my fans, and because that's why I'm playing the game. So it just know that it's everybody watching. So you just go out there, try to put on a show. And also, it's Kentucky is a big part of that. My hometown, Covington, Georgia, Cartersville, Georgia, Atlanta, period, and then just everyone else supporting. So it's big, and I appreciate it. So, and I also Rip City show major love, so that's big too.
An exciting time for you, and we can't wait to see what continued success you have in your future.
Thanks
so much.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we have recent call-up Jason Preston, who talks to us about his journey to the NBA and having to overcome adversity. What are some of the discussions that you and Coach Jenkins have in regards to your two-way players and kind of the development that you want to see?
I'm very fortunate in the situation I'm in. Over the past 2 seasons, the Grizzlies staff, a lot of former G League, D League coaches, they get it. They understand the work these guys put in. For us, it's so much about our development, and we've been fortunate to have success in that area with getting guys in a Grizzlies uniform. But it's just finding that consistency in your working habits to get you to the next level.
All the players that have come through our program, whether it's been a two-way the last couple of years, with the institution of that, assignment players, but even with our coaching staff that we've got great relationship with, Jason March and his staff, just really speak volumes to the opportunity. And the way that I grew up in the D League was, if you put in the right mentality saying this is going to get me better, I've obviously got to be a part of a team, help the coaching staff get better, I got to help a team get better, I'm naturally going to get better from it. It can pay off, literally, of course, but if you come in with the right mentality, dive into a good program, pour into your own development, see some team success as well, you're going to benefit in the long run.
Great insight from both Memphis head coaches on how the organization always attempts to keep their players focused. But speaking of being focused, Jason Preston, who was recently called up by the Utah Jazz, always envisioned that his path to success was through basketball, even when he was the only one who saw it. Jason, so I'm so excited, first of all, to get to talk to you today. And one of those reasons being is because I feel like part of the reason why I even wanted to move forward with this show is to be able to tell stories like yours. Stories of players that have overcome challenges but have reached, the peak of their career, being successful and happy at the same time. And especially because I feel like those are the stories that people resonate with the most, right? But with that being said, what do you want your actions and your journey to reflect both on and off the court?
Basically, that anything's possible. I was a kid who didn't really have a lot of resources. I didn't know a lot of people growing up, but I just had a love for the game of basketball, and that's a just having a love for the game can take you a lot of places. So. I just want to keep instilling perseverance to kids, and yeah.
What does it take to change the story of a boy who fell in love with the game, lost his mom at 16, had to sleep on his best friend's couch, and averaged just 2 points per game in high school? What does it take? One viral video.
And actually just last year, you aired that commercial with AT&T, super popular, that sort of just depicts the chronicles of your life. And one of the highlighting moments of that commercial is when that video that you made went viral. That step of faith to even produce it and even share that video, how did that change the trajectory of your life?
Words can't even describe. I was planning on just being involved with the game. I was probably just going to be a writer. I had some articles go on Bleacher Report. My favorite team at the time was the Detroit Pistons, and I was probably just going to write for them. But that video being able to blow up like it did, and schools being able to see me, put me in the position to get an offer from Ohio University, and then the rest is history. Now I'm here.
And with everything that's just followed suit in regards to that, was that something that you always manifested and saw for yourself in the long run, or was it something that really you just weren't expecting?
Honestly, I expected it and manifested it the whole way. I really just, like I said, I kept believing in myself, and I was just waiting for an opportunity. And I got an AAU tournament where I was able to play a lot and showcase my God-given abilities, so the rest was history from there.
And for someone like yourself that just thrives in adversity, how are you capitalizing and just added value overall to your life?
Yeah, it's really a blessing, and it really teaches you to appreciate everything that you have. This is a 1% business. We get to fly across the country every night and just play the game of basketball that we all love, so a whole lot of appreciation to even be playing.
And I want to ask you this question because I feel like it really holds a lot of value to you personally, but you're a huge advocate for lung cancer awareness and just advocating for people primarily because of your late mother, who unfortunately passed away while you were in high school. But How did her influence in your life growing up, how does it now just ignite the fuel for you to want to get a call up and return back to the NBA?
I think about her every single day. She's my lock screen on my phone, and she's made me the person that I am today. She instilled so many valuable morals for me that I hold true today. So I'm so grateful that I got the chance to be her son, and I'm just hope I continue to make her proud.
And I know you're a man of faith, so I want you to leave me with a scripture that you feel like really just resonates with you and you live by on a daily basis. What would that be?
Philippians 4:13. It's a very well-known one, but everything is in God's hands and anything is possible.
We wish Jason well and continued success in Utah. But coming up, we have more with Memphis guard Jason Gilyard, who's filled some big shoes this season for the Grizzlies.
I want to be Jacob Gilyard, the NBA player, not Jacob Gilyard, the short basketball player. You know what I mean? So for me to get to this level, obviously it's taking a lot of work, and I've been blessed enough to get here, but it's still trying to overcome that, you know, just short basketball player rather than just NBA player. You know what I mean?
Gilyard, another three. That one's in. Jacob Gilyard.
Everybody wants to play. You know, I'd rather be down in the G League playing than not playing up here, you know what I mean? But I think the biggest thing for me is just trying to help the Grizzlies win games, whether that's playing or whether that's in practice or just off the court, you know what I mean? Trying to pitch to what I see out there for those guys. So just finding ways to impact the game has been big.
Yeah, I mean, dating back to, you know, his rookie season last year, you know, we fell in love with a lot of his qualities. Obviously, coming into this season, you know, we always had these conversations about is there going to be an opportunity for him. Obviously, knowing Ja was going to be out to start the season, we had to be prepared for Gilly to be ready. And obviously now he's been thrust in the starting lineup. You know, even the small doses of minutes he got, you know, early in the season, you know, the impact he was making for our group offensively, the net ratings, chemistry he developed with his teammates. You know, even though he was in a limited role, it was an opportunity for us to really explore. Is this something that could work in our starting group? He's got a competitive nature, tenacity. Want to unleash that even more with him. You know, on the defensive side, want him to continue to find ways to be aggressive, but also be that great setup man. And he's all about the right things. And that's, as I said, dating back to what we saw in college. But really impressed with what Gilly's bringing, and hopefully he continues to grow and get better for us as well.
The G League has always been about opportunity, and with Ja Morant being suspended to start the 23-24 season, Jacob Gilyard was able to step up to the plate and fill in. As an undrafted rookie, he was able to provide that consistency that Memphis was looking for, as well as adding some tough defense for a guy his size. What is the potential that you see in him and just what he's capable of offering an NBA team?
He ranks right up there. I mean, he broke the franchise record in our last game in assists and did it in 30-something less games than what it was. And that's who he is. I mean, he's a playmaker. He sees the floor. He's got great instincts. Some nights I just let him do his thing because he's very good at just understanding the game. He sees what they're taking away, and he's very good at just keeping our group in an offensive set. So he's in control of his game and everyone else is, and just does a great job in that position. One of the most important positions in sports, and he definitely runs the team for us.
Gilly, you got to get Jake and Chase. All right? So now Gilly's got it here.
So Jacob, you had a stellar college career, and now you're in your second year in the G League as a two-way player for the Memphis Grizzlies. What are you most grateful for at this precise moment?
Probably two things. Probably the people that have helped me get here. Definitely really thankful for all the coaches, teammates, my family. Everybody's helped me get here. But just like with everything in basketball, it's a lot of opportunity. And I've had a couple opportunities to be successful, and it's allowed me to get here. So probably most thankful for those two things.
And you actually got to have your first NBA start just last year, November 10th, against the Utah Jazz, where you posted 18 points and 8 assists. And since then, you've had to have other starts as well, but how are you capitalizing on both the timing and the opportunity?
I'm pretty prepared, I feel like. I've got some good teammates around me that have helped be supportive. They've made it known that they trust me. The coaching staff trusts me. And then I've worked pretty hard for it. You know, it's not just like this just came out of the blue. I've been playing basketball for a long time now, and it's probably led me to have that success that I've had.
Now, I have to mention something else because this just happened late last month, but Becky Hammon was actually trending based on some comments that she made. I know you know where this is going, but she was saying that Jalen Brunson, who stands at 6'2", is just too small for the game of basketball, and ultimately that he can't take the Knicks to a chip. Do you agree at all with her comments? Because you are only one of 2 active NBA players who stand under 6 feet tall.
Obviously, I disagree with her comments. I think I know where she's going with, like, the game's trending towards bigger forwards that can make plays. You see Giannis, obviously LeBron, KD. You see bigger forwards that are being able to make plays, and those are probably the best players in the game right now. So it makes sense. But you've also seen winners before that have been small guards. You know, Isaiah Thomas took Detroit to the finals. Steph's won finals before. I mean, there's a lot of small guards that have success. So I would disagree with her, politely, respectfully, but you know, it is what it is. She wouldn't be the first person to make comments like that.
And how have you feel like you've actually taken advantage of your size?
So for me, I've never really been tall. It wasn't like I was taller when I was younger and then just stopped growing. I kind of just gradually grew slower. So I've always been small, so you always have to be that much better. You know, you have to work that much harder, you have to be that much more precise. I try and call myself a perfectionist because that's kind of what I try and do. Being a small guard, I think you got to be that. So, you know, since a young age, I found ways to make it work for me, and it's helped me out so far.
Hey, but one thing about you, Jacob, is that you can steal a ball, okay? Because you still stand as the NCAA's Division I all-time steals leader. Yeah. Was your proficiency in stealing a skill set that you just developed over time, or was it something that you just randomly found out you were good at?
I would say it was a little random. Like, I always thought like I was a little more fast than people, a little quicker. I have pretty good instincts. I can kind of tell where the ball's gonna go sometimes. But my coach allowed me that freedom. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times when you have restrictions on your defense and how you guys guard, it takes away from what certain guys do. Our coach was pretty lenient in letting me go for a lot of gambles and having that success. I'd say my dad, I think he had a record at his school for steals. I don't know if he still has it. He might have lost it. But he had it, so it might be genetics. I don't know. He might have instilled something in me when I was younger. But I've always been pretty good at stealing the ball.
And I like how you mentioned your dad, because that leads me to my next question. I actually saw an interview where he stated how proud he was of you, of everything you've been able to accomplish. And one thing he really highlighted was that, again, you never used your height as a crutch, right? You always just played the game that you love and you excelled at it. How valuable was it to have that type of encouragement and support growing up in pursuit of your dream?
I mean, it allowed me to get to where I am now. I think not just him, my whole family was really supportive. And just kind of, they thought I was probably better than what I was, but they were always my biggest supporters, and it's been great. It's been a great support system throughout college, throughout high school, throughout now. I think this year I have a lot more confidence in myself, given that I've started some NBA games, had some success at the NBA level. So now when I'm down here, you know, we've got a good feel with how we do things. I got to play with Coach Marks last year. He trusts me a good amount. I play with some of the guys here. So it's just about going out and being confident and just showing what I can do.
The Memphis organization overall has been impressive in developing their young talent. Kenny Lofton Jr., last year's Rookie of the Year, just earlier this month signed a two-way deal with the Philadelphia 76ers and is now currently playing for the Delaware Blue Coats. And we'll be back with more in just a moment. Welcome back. We recently caught up with former RGV Vipers center and now Atlanta Hawks player Clint Capella on how the D-League, now the G-League, had an impact on his development.
With the 25th pick in the 2014 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Clint Capella from Geneva, Switzerland. He last played for Chalon in France.
I mean, I got a ton of experience for me, especially coming from Europe at a young age, 19, 20 year old. I mean, I learned so much about the culture over there. Like, it really helped me as a basketball player also, playing in the G League and get used to this new style of basketball here. Obviously, I also discovered a lot of things. It really helped me also with my English. I feel that I had more time to adapt to this new chapter that was mine. But yeah, I was always remember Rio Grande Valley, McAllen as my first experience in the U.S., really a part of me becoming a man. Whenever you come with the Rockets, you want to be ready. So the opportunity to go play down there and get a lot of minutes and get used to the system that the Rockets are using, I mean, helped me get huge steps into my transition with the Rockets during the playoff as a rookie. Helped me get ready to play the conference final as a rookie. So it was an amazing experience to have it all started in McAllen.
To Capella. Alley-oop! And Capella does it again. Alley-oop. It doesn't matter who you play, man. That play works.
As a young player, the most important thing is to play, to get better, and not just sit on the bench or not get playing time with the NBA team. You get better as a player by playing actual 5-on-5 basketball, and I think the G League is a great opportunity to use that to your advantage as a young player. So it helped me so much. It's important to keep your development as a player to get better at a young age. It was huge. It definitely was a big part of my career.
It's always great catching up with both former and current G League players. We'll definitely have more on a future episode. But for now, we're out of time, and I'm your host, April Marie, and we'll catch you guys next time.